This is how to make candles using a Thorn TS Silicone split mould. This is the Thorn Silicone split mould that I'll be using today. It's TS 309 and it's a Christmas tree. This is the 2-inch wick. This is the wicking needle used to put the wick through the hole in the bottom of the candle. Some plasticine to secure the wick in place underneath the mould so no wax comes through. Then a couple of elastic bands to wrap around so the split doesn't reveal itself while the wax is setting. A couple of pieces of wood to sit on top of the mould. This is a wick holder to sit on top of the 2 pieces of wood on top of the mould to hold the wick in place while it's setting. Something to cut the wick at the end when the wax is set. And this is the Christmas tree that you'll hopefully finish with. Okay, so to start with, we need the split mould. Next you need your wick. Thorns sell various sizes of wick. The name of the wick corresponds to the width of the candle. The wick you should use should be slightly less than the diameter of the finished candle. If you cut the wick to the length longer than the mould. Turn your mould upside down. Place the wick over the hole. Take your wicking needle and push the wick through the hole. Turn it round and open it and pull your wick all the way through, leaving enough to trail over at the other side. Take some plasticine and block the hole from this side. Place it back down with your split facing out and put your elastic bands around the mould. Make sure that the split lines up on the outside. Next, take your 2 pieces of wood and place them on top of the mould, either side of the wick. Take your wick holder and place the wick through the centre of the 2 pieces of wood. Pull your wick tight and make sure it's in the centre of your mould. Realign everything to make sure it's straight and pull the wick tight, but not too tight. You don't want the plasticine to fall off at the other side. Thorns sell beeswax blocks in a range of various colours. Alternatively, you can buy wax dye separately from Thorns and do it yourself. Bain Maries are a good way to melt wax. Thorns supply a range of sizes perfect for the job. One way to do this is just to use a piece of paper or card. Move your wick out of the way so you've got a bigger surface area to pour your wax into. Take your melted wax, hold your paper over and pour onto the paper. Pull your wick tight in the centre and leave for about 2 hours at room temperature to set. So after 2 hours, the candle should have set by now, so it's time to take everything apart and see what it's come out like. So just start by taking everything off. And the plasticine at the bottom too. And split the mould. Being careful not to split the mould further. Gently pull it out. Trimming the wick off the bottom. And cut it down at the top. Pick any excess wax off the wick. And cut it to where you want it at the top. And there you have your beeswax Christmas tree.